Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. And today you are getting a little Saturday book car vlog because they are painting our house and it is so loud that I've continued to have to start videos over and over and over again. So I thought, you know what? I haven't done a car vlog in a long time. And now I usually only do them if I am like going to half price books or looking for books or something, and I need to stay away from the bookstore today. I've spent a lot of money on books already this month, and I don't want to spend any more money on books because I think I have all of the books that I want to read for October and the rest of September. So there's no need to do that. Except, I want to tell you my Audible plan for the rest of the month. So, but before I get into that, I want to talk about my Buddy Reads book that I read with Tom Talks Books, and I will link Tom's channel below. I love Tom. This was such a fun Buddy Reads. We Snapchatted each other back and forth and talked about the book and tweeted each other and stuff, and it was a really fun way. He sent me some really funny snaps. It was a really good way to do a Buddy Reads. So if you guys don't follow me on Snapchat, it's listed below. Go check it out. Follow me. I try to respond to all the snaps I get when I can tell that they're like directly to me. But anyway, we read The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. And it was interesting because we kind of went back and forth about what books we were going to do, what book we were going to do. And he had suggested like another book or two, and I think they were kind of like dystopian books. And then he threw out this book. Well, I had seen it at like the bookstore like twice. And so I was like, yeah, that's great. And he was like, well, I have to order it, so let's wait till September. And I was like, okay. So when I went back to the bookstore, I couldn't find it. So I don't know if they were sold out of it or what the deal was, but I didn't really know anything about this book. And then I started hearing like some reviews on BookTube about it, and that it was considered LGBTYA. And I got very excited because whenever there's a new LGBTYA book that is getting a lot of positive attention, I want to be right on that and read it. So, but I really had no idea what it would be going into it. And I very much, from reading the flap, thought it was like this kid that came from, you know, like this aristocratic family, and that he went on this grand tour of Europe. I could tell by the cover of it that it was like an era piece, but I didn't really have any idea. And this is spoiler free. You guys know I don't ruin books. So anyway, I had no idea what it was really about. And what it's really about is the fact that it's about this kid that has never really made his dad very happy. And he's a partier, and he's very sarcastic and funny, and his name is Monty. I love him. And, I mean, he's just such an enjoyable character. And his best friend is this guy named Percy, who you very quickly, like within the first couple pages, realize that he's in love with Percy. But you have to remember the time period, because it's very much a social book, like a social issue book in discussing race as well as homosexuality at that time. And I also think it's very current too. So it's interesting that it's like this Victorian piece that is but very timely for still some issues today, I think, in their discussion and the way that Mackenzie Lee does it, which is just phenomenal. So it ends up becoming this like romp across Europe. Now, you guys, I have totally lost light. But anyway, it becomes this romp across Europe. But what's very interesting is that I thought it was going to be them just going from bar to bar and all this kind of stuff. But it becomes this very much a suspense kind of thriller. And there are, you know, off-the-road adventures and pirates and all kinds of stuff. And it's very much an adventure story. So if you like adventure stories, and I'm not going to say anything more than that, it is that woven in the landscape of Europe at the time. And it's just beautifully done. I ended up giving it 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads because I think I need to be a little bit more picky with the books that I give 5 stars to, because I would consider like The Hate You Give a 5-star. And as much as I loved, and I would say I would give The Hate You Give like 100%. Whereas, like, with this book, I still loved it. I give it, like, a 92%, 93%. I mean, it was a definite must-read. But it wasn't, to me, on the level of some other books that I've read that were, I don't know, like the writing was great, the character development was great, the story was great, but then there was also, to me, the kind of like crowning point to that is the overall message, which the book did have like a great message to it, but I don't know, it just wasn't done in the same way. So I'm going to be saving my 5 stars on Goodreads for books that I just think are off the charts phenomenal. Out of fairness, I would say. And yeah, so that's that. So I finished that. But then last night, I was looking at the Man Booker short list they just put out. And, you know, it's a list of books they pick every year that they have a, you know, panel of judges that picks. It's not like the Pulitzer, but it's like, you know, literature that they really think is highly remarkable by the story that they tell and the way that it's written. And I was like, you know what, like, I don't read a lot of literary fiction anymore, and I miss it. And so I read through the entire list. I actually tweeted it out, and I said, I'm thinking about reading some of the books on the Man Booker short list. What do you guys think? Or something like that. I don't think one person responded. They actually, if you want to follow them and see the judges talk and see the list, on Twitter, it's at Man Booker, I think. But the book that I started with, I'm going to point up to a red light here so I can look. I actually got it on Audible last night, and I started listening to it today as soon as I finished the other book. And that is called The History of Wolves. And it is by Emily Friedland. And it's about this girl that lives on a commune with her parents. And I think in Oregon. And they're very like hippie type parents. And then something happens with somebody at school, like a teacher at school. And then something also did you hear that? They have places to go, I guess. And then something also happens with these neighbors that they have that she starts babysitting for. So it's like the unfolding of the story. It's very much a coming of age story. You know, I love stuff like that. I also want to read Paul Auster's 4321, which is about a baby that is born, and I think it's told in 4 different parts, 4 different directions his life goes, which I think sounds super interesting. Of course, that book would be super long. It's like 880 pages. It's like 22 hours on Audible, and I was like, I want to listen to something a little fun, a little less crazy, so now the sunlight is really good. You guys have literally got lighting from 4 different angles in this video. So that is what I'm listening to on Audible right now. It's 9 hours and 15 minutes or something like that. And then when I get done with that, I may listen to that 4321. Or I want to listen to a longer book for the last 2 weeks of September. Or I'm going to listen to that History of Us, or, you know, that Yana Hanagashara book. Or I'm going to listen to the Knicks, one of those 3 books, because they're very long. Or maybe Crooked Kingdom, too, because it's like 18 hours long. But I'm going to dedicate the last 2 weeks of September to a longer book on Audible. And then it's October, and I'm so excited. And I was looking today because I really want Stephanie Perkins' horror novel that is coming out. I think it comes out, I looked, September 26th, A Stranger in Your House. I've heard really mixed reviews about it. I mean, like, some people have said they really, really liked it, and other people said it was just okay. The only thing I've read of hers are her short stories in the 2 anthologies, My True Love Gave to Me and Summer Days and Summer Nights, but I really liked both of those stories. So maybe, you know, I'm a Stephanie Perkins lover and I don't know it. I have her other books at home, but I have not read them. So I'm excited about reading A Stranger in Your House. So it'd be like my first Stephanie Perkins actual book that I read, and I'm going to get that. I may get that and listen to it on Audible if it comes out on Audible on the same day, because I'll have my next credits by then, and then I can listen to that as my first. I want to listen to all scary books in October on Audible. So, yeah, I think that's about it. Excited. I've been reading a lot lately. Like, I feel like I go through periods. I was just, like, looking. Okay, so my goal is 100 books this year for Goodreads on my Goodreads challenge. I don't know why I set it so high. I really honestly thought this will be no problem at all, since last year I was at, like, 62, and I didn't even really try that hard. But I'm at 31 right now. So even if I would read 10 books for the rest of the year, so that would be, you know, 40 more books, so 70. That's 10 books a month. There's no way I'm going to read 10 books a month for the rest of the year, including this month. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe I just need to get down. Spookathon is in October. I'm also reading a lot of small books in October. I'm going to be reading like some of the Goosebumps books and some of the like scholastic scary novels like Fear Street and those books. So I don't know. Maybe it is possible that I can do it. We'll just have to see. Anyway, I think that's about it. I'm going home now to upload my other video and then have date night with my husband. So, all right, I love you guys. We're gonna go see It tonight, so I'm real excited about that because, you know, I never did read the book. I didn't read the book this summer like I said I was going to, so I am excited. I've seen the old movie like years and years and years ago, but I have heard so many good things about the new one, so I'm excited about it, and we're gonna go see that, and I will report on that later. All right, you guys, I love you, and I hope you're having a great weekend. Bye.